Hello, class, and welcome. My name is Lori, and I'm your instructor for this semester, and I just wanted to do a little welcome video and an intro so you can see my face. And this is my face without glasses, but I have to wear them more often than I really want to these days. We're going to just have a little chat about navigating our classroom today. There will be more videos to come, and if there's something that you think you could benefit from a visual walkthrough, please let me know. Happy for taking suggestions on videos. I want to make sure that you have all the tools you need to be a success in this class and in any of your future classes. Since all of the online classes at Sacramento City College and in the Los Rios District are moving to Canvas as of the spring, it's something you may as well get used to because I have a feeling a lot of instructors are going to be moving this direction. So, that said, you are here in class, so I am assuming you already know how to get into Canvas. But I wanted to share with you a little trick about identifying your classes in Canvas. If you have multiple classes, sometimes you'll see this SCC TA 437 instead of Intro to Theater or Makeup. Right? So if you want to change that, when you go into this screen, simply click the three dots, type in the new name. That's all you have to do. You can also change the color if you wish, and you can use custom colors if you'd like as well. That can help identify and keep it clear when you pop into your classroom which class you're looking for. So once you've done that, you're going to go over here and click Intro to Theater. You're going to see me skipping around a little bit just to make sure that I give you the student view and keep all student information confidential. So if I pause or if something looks like it's jumped around a little bit, just be patient with me. Here we are on our home page. So as you see, regardless of what you put on the card on the previous page, here you will pretty much always see the school, the department, the class number, the section number, and your teacher's name. It's kind of cool. It helps keep things clear so that you know that when you come into your homepage that you are in the right place, which is good. So this is the homepage for Intro to Theater. You'll start here. You will click on the various links down here to take you to certain places. But I recommend when you come in for the first time that you hop over here to announcements and read through the available announcements. Welcome, about the fact that the class really doesn't start until Saturday, so you won't see any content until Saturday. Some information about the textbook, which I know can be confusing for those who are used to having a required textbook, and then also a link to the syllabus. I will walk through some of these specifically in other videos, but in this one I just want you to come here first and take a look at all of these bits of information. When you're done, go back to the home page and let's talk a little bit about the home page. So, I think I can do a thing where yes. Over here in your course stream, you will see links to upcoming assignments, things that will be due, or maybe events that are happening. When we have a show opening, I will put it in the calendar and it should show up there. So that's something you want to make sure that you take a look at over here. It will remind you which assignments are due this week. It may even, and I say may because I'm not sure how far out it goes, it may even give you information on things that are coming up in the next 2 weeks. So make sure you're taking a look at that every time. Once you've done that in every time you enter the room, you want to come back over here. Hold on a second. Once you have taken a look at that, come back over here to announcements, like I said. Always check the announcements page when you come in. There will be weekly announcements for each set of modules as it opens up. But I do post in here announcements about show openings, about questions that maybe I got emailed that I thought could be beneficial to all students. Also, if there have been any issues or problems with the system, such as something didn't publish right or you weren't able to access something, updates. So please make sure you're checking in here. Once you've done that, I want you to go to the modules. This is where our class happens, really is in the modules. You will notice that you have access, pardon me, you have access right now to syllabus and communication policy. And I'm going to actually close these up and go through them in a minute. This is because I wanted you to have access to this prior to the class starting so that you are aware of what we're planning to do and things like that. Also, so it's my syllabus. It gives you my information. I do hold online office hours, which are available over here. You can see the gray highlighted box under ConferZoom, starting on Monday at 12:30 p.m. The only Monday I won't have office hours is Labor Day, as that is a school holiday. So we will skip it for that week. You can see that I do have an office on campus, and I will be updating that. I am going to be on campus most Tuesdays and Thursdays throughout the day. I have some other classes going on, but I may be able to work something out if you are on campus and have a question or would just like to meet for a moment. But that's by appointment only, so make those appointments through the inbox over here in Conversations. And there is my email address. So course description, texts, talk about that in a later video. Objectives, student learning objectives, your coursework, all modules except for the very first one will open on Mondays at 12 a.m. and they will be due and close the following Sunday at 11:59 p.m. This is to facilitate a full week of work. It does also give you the weekend if that's when you need to do your work, but remember, but you do have discussions to do, and if you wait until the weekend, you're not going to have a lot of opportunity to post on multiple days, which is a requirement. So I recommend always getting in there early in the week, even just to post your initial response for the discussion question so that you can have time to then respond to your classmates. Assignments will always be due on Sunday unless I tell you otherwise. The final will be due on the final day of class, which is, I believe, the 12th or the 14th of December. What else in here? So this is the syllabus. Make sure you've read through it. I want to go and talk about progressing through the modules. Oh, do read my instructor information and communication policy. It just lets you know the best way to reach me. So you'll notice this is grayed out. Well, it's grayed out because, first of all, it hasn't opened up yet. It will open up on August 19th at 12 a.m. Why I do this so that you don't get overwhelmed with the whole semester's worth of information, and we can focus on the information you need to get the work done right now. After week 1, in order to open week 2, you have to complete all the modules in week 1. Don't freak out. Don't panic. It just means, for the most part, you have to go through them, read them, watch the videos, or do the assignments in order. And then at the end of that, when the next week opens, which will be, if you look down here, on August 28th, you will be able to access this module. If you get to August 28th and you can't access it, please verify that you have gone all the way through Module 1 and everything has a green check mark before you try to access week 2. If then it still doesn't work, please let me know. It means then there may be a problem. But usually most of the problems of not being able to access materials does come from the fact that you haven't completed the previous week. And I do this because you need to stay up on the materials. It does all build on itself because theater is a collaborative art, and everything from the first chapter does matter later on as you're learning more about design. Where does design come from? Well, that comes from the first chapter. Okay, if you have questions about that, please let me know. If you think you've done it all, but you still can't get it to open, by all means, send me a message. You can always also check with Canvas Help. They are brilliant. Apparently they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which I am not because I do sleep. And they're also open on the weekends, and I'm not often around on the weekends because I do theater for a living outside of this, and it keeps me very busy on the weekends. Alright, so I had to do a little research on Canvas Help because when you click on this, I'll show you and open it in a new tab. It takes you to a little bit of a generic page where you need to log in. You may or may not have to. This page is designed to redirect you to the most relevant support information. So I recommend that when you do come here, you go to the community home. From here, you can find answers, share ideas, and join groups. There are guides, which I also have linked to in our in the first module, I believe it is. But these are great. There's student guides in here that'll help you navigate and get through these questions. And then if you have a question, I'm going to ask that somebody find it for me because I've looked around and I can't quite find it. But I know that, ask a new question. But there's a lot of help available to us. Also, the Learning Resources Center, we do have distance ed help, and I believe there's a distance ed help desk. Hold on a moment and I'll see if I can find that number for you. Okay, I found it. Here we are on our SCC homepage. This picture will change here and there. That's our chancellor ranking. So over here under current students, if you click distance and online education and then go to services for online students, you'll see a variety of things. If you have questions about accessibility, library services, your student email account, if you are still in a class that's using D2L, Google Apps, counseling, online writing, tutoring, all sorts of really good sources. But what you want is the help desk. Phone number, right here. LRO help for email. They're pretty good about it. They are not open 24/7 like Canvas is. And as soon as I can find the actual contact number for Canvas, I will let you know. But in the meantime, you can always email them. They will get back to you as soon as you can. Remember, nothing is that urgent in this class that it can't wait until the morning. If you've had a Canvas problem and you're trying to submit an assignment and now you can't because for some reason the system's down or you're having an issue, please send me a message in the inbox over here. Please send me a message to that effect. I will take that into consideration as long as it doesn't continue happening every Sunday night at 11:30 p.m. So, Canvas Help Desk and Los Rios Help Desk may take 24 hours or so to get back to you, but as long as you've confirmed with me that you are having this issue, we can go forward with there, and it is not going to usually result in a late penalty. I understand technology and how difficult it can be at times. Okay, so a couple of other things. So you'll go through the modules. Within the modules is everything that you do need to know about how to navigate through. These capitalized are just headers. There's no action to be taken. There'll be readings, pages. There will be discussions, as you can see down here, discussions. There will be assignments. So the two little conversation boxes is a discussion, and the paper with the pencil is an assignment that actually has something due. There will be a section within assignments for all of them. Most of them I don't believe will show up. Oh, here they are. Good. You can see here, update your profile, which I will do one specifically on that. Description of criteria. When it's available for you to submit after August 19th at 12 a.m., there will be a submit assignment button up here. Okay? If when we get to August 19th and you can't see that button, please let me know. There's no reason why it shouldn't show up. I mentioned discussions. A couple of very important discussions in here. Once we get to August 19th, there will be an introduction thread where you are to introduce yourself and tell us a little fun fact about you. And also respond to your classmates' posts. Get to know each other. This is our forum for face-to-face conversation. It is a little intimidating at times, but it's also a little easier at times. For those of you who are comfortable speaking, this should really be very simple for you. For those of you who very often sit in the back of the class and don't raise your hand and are really only willing to speak when called upon, and that's me when I sit in a classroom, this is an opportunity for you to not feel intimidated. We are in a safe environment. You are welcome to express your opinions, and I encourage you to express your opinions. We'll talk a little bit more about the etiquette of the discussion board in a post about the discussion board, but please know that it is monitored and that I do expect you to be respectful. There are codes of conduct and rules of etiquette that are in my syllabus. I do expect you to follow those, and anything that may deviate from that behavior will be addressed. So please understand that that is how I operate. Also, okay, let's see, where are we at here? Just a couple more minutes and I'll let you get on your way. When your grades are available, you can check them here. And there's a really neat feature, and I'm going to see if it shows up. There's a very neat feature with Canvas. So you'll see your score if it's been graded. Okay, I do try to grade things within about 6 days of their being submitted, except for the larger things like the project, the final project, and the critiques usually take about 2 weeks. But everything else I try to get back to you before the end of the week, so you can keep a very good tab on how you are doing in class. There's a neat feature. So say you have not done any assignments and you wanted to know if you got 100% on half the assignments, okay, and say 50% on a couple because you were late or you didn't get enough posts in or it didn't meet the word requirements, but then you got back on track. It's a really cool feature. I know this is taking a long time, sorry. So imagine that I've done the rest of them. Down here, it will tell you what your score is. Okay? Let's make sure. So you get an idea of what it would be if you were to get those scores on your assignments. Now, it won't be accurate in the sense that things change, assignments come and go. Sometimes there will be an assignment listed that I will then delete later on, which will change the whole overall post. Sorry about that, I dropped something on my desk. But just know that if you decide that, oh my God, I really don't think I can get this one assignment in, and maybe it's worth 25 points, and you go and you take a look at this and you're like, okay, well, I've gotten everything else in, and it's just one assignment. What happens if I get a 0 on that assignment? So I would come over here and I would say, okay, what if I got a 0 on that assignment? How does that change things? You can see the number up here, changing as I do this. Okay? So once you start to receive grades, this will make a little bit more sense as far as the number goes. But you are capable of finding out how you're doing. And in speaking of grades, please do not ask me to email you your grade. I actually can't do that. It is against FERPA regulations, which is the law that keeps your information safe from third party. Okay, your educational information. And that means that an email could be intercepted by somebody that is not you, and therefore I cannot send your grades by email. I mean, only put them here. I will post them into the grade system at midterm, about week 9, so that you can go ahead and see them there. That's where you stand on that date. Remember, midterm grades are completely able to be altered by the work that you continue to get in. If you have late assignments, I may still accept those. So things can change. But this right here is where you will see your total grade. Very important. You'll also see what that is made up of down here, okay? And then you can say, oh, well, what happens if I get 100% on the final? What happens if I get 50% on that project because I just don't know that I have the ability to do it? Or, oh my God, I completely forgot, which I know happens. And sometimes you have to just cut your losses and move on. So I hope that is a helpful thing. And then when you're done, you just revert to your normal scores. And you can see here that until something is graded, you're not going to have a score. Also, I don't treat ungraded items as 0 until after they're due. So it will only be up to current assignments that have been submitted. Okay? And that's great. The syllabus will show you when it comes up when things are due. Okay? Some of these you won't be able to see until the module opens up, but it's in there and plenty of time for you to do the assignment. Most of the time you don't only need a week. But sometimes a module will open up and an assignment will not actually be due for 3 or 4 weeks, such as attend a play. I'll announce it when the play opens, and the critique or the whatever will be due 4 or 5 weeks later. And then you'll see that assignment in the assignment section. And the calendar, as things are updated, the calendar will be a friend of yours and tell you when things are due. Okay. Assignments, if you can't find an assignment spot in the module, you come over here to find it and select it so you can submit something. And then Con4Zoom. One last thing, and then I promise we'll be done. This is where I will hold my office hours. I do realize this says user information is missing. I have a thing called Student View where I can show you this as it looks to you and not as it looks to me, because I have a lot more information on my screen than you guys do. Here you will see when it opens up the opportunity to join in on a live office hours. It is Mondays from 12:30 to 1, and you just click join or add meeting or something like that, and it'll be a button and it'll light up when it's ready and available. I encourage you to do this, even if you have nothing more to do than just say, hey, this is me. Get on your webcam and let me see your face, and maybe we'll chat for a minute, or if you do have a question, it's a great place for that. I can access my screen, so if you have a question about walking through assignment or where is this, I can help you with that. Those will be posted starting on Saturday, and the first one will be on Monday, August 21st. Again, there will not be an office hours on Monday, September 4th. Right? Yes, Monday, September 4th, which is Labor Day. Other than that, they will be every Monday, and if for some reason I have to deviate from that schedule, I will let you know. Okay, that's a lot of information, but it's all here for you. Recording, watch it whenever you get a chance to. Ask me questions, send me messages, again, over here in the inbox. Here's your calendar. It will have some information on here now that probably is not relevant to you, but, oh, look, there you go. Update your profile. That's your first assignment due on Sunday the 27th. I hope this has been helpful. Please let me know if there's anything you need, and I look forward to fall semester. Take care. Have a great day.